Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today this is going to be a slightly different video. This isn't really what I'd normally post, but I feel like it was necessary. So this was supposed to have been part 3 of terraforming the entire solar system, but I was filming it earlier. You're about to see all the footage of that, probably jumbled up a bit, but I have spent over an hour trying to do just one planet, and it's still Jupiter here, for instance. I had a nightmare. Even just turning it back to a rocky planet from a gas giant, it seemed to have bugged out. It doesn't let me... I mean, you'll see it in the video, but can't customize it. Its temperature skyrockets up and down. The ATM pressure was changing by itself, going into like 10,000 plus. It has been a... If I'm honest, it's been an absolute... Let's see, look at that ATM. I didn't sell it to that. It's been an absolute nightmare trying to do this. I attempted to do IO as well and Europa, but both of those have driven me absolutely mad as well. So this video is kind of a call for help in a way. If I'm missing the obvious, I need some tips and tricks, because I've been doing this game for pretty much 8 years at this point, and I'm completely dumbfounded on what I'm supposed to do in terms of terraforming these. I mean, Europa earlier, this was in the positive temperatures. And it's now a -101 there on the average. But yeah, it's completely worn me out trying to figure out how to get these working. I've really struggled. So this is a call to help you guys. Is this bugged, or is this actually in how the game should be running? I mean, you guys will see some of it's definitely bugged, but other features I'm not so sure on, with like the composition changing the ATM pressure. See, I think that's supposed to be an intended feature. And you know, there's a few other bits in there which, you know, change compared to like how many or what composition you put in. That will change the object accordingly. But there's just some things in here that has confused me. So I'd just like to see what you guys think of it. Really, and I'm gonna send this to the developers as well. I'm gonna put it in their feedback page or their bug reports, and I kind of want them to check it out and just sort of get their advice from it as well. Everything in this video is my sort of first initial reactions to having it, so I did get quite unhappy at some point. You'd probably be able to tell some of the moments, but it was immensely frustrating. You know, and it was quite a pain trying to figure out how to do it, because I really struggled and I could not figure it out. And you know, that's why I'm calling for you guys' help and assistance, really. If anyone who's a real good know-it-all at this update and knows the update really well, please let me know the secret, because I cannot figure it out. I've tried hours and hours on the previous week. I did a bit of testing as well, but since I've moved to the outer solar system in today's episode, the inner solar system was fairly doable, just like it was in any other update of the Universe Sandbox. But since we've gone to the outer solar system, trying to get the temperatures up has just been a nightmare. And it keeps changing the ATM pressures and stuff. But yeah, anyways, enough of me babbling on. I'll start with the footage, and I'll let you guys be the judges of that. So I hope you enjoy my misery. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And yeah, you know, I'm not trying to make the game look bad in any way. I just want to put this as like a video bug report in a way. And yeah, you guys can enjoy my... frustration at the game while I'm sort of doing this as a bug report. So yeah, please take it with a grain of salt, but yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. But anyways, guys, take care, and yeah, catch you later. So it's still showing Jupiter as a gas giant. See, that's just weird. So auto orbit the moons, get those back in gear, and then Ganymede as well. Very nice. Right, there you go. So Galileo moons are back locked in. Planet itself, right, first of all, why is all the hydrogen still there? Oh, it's helium. Let's get rid of the helium's got to go as well. So that's completely gone. Have to do the moons again. So now that's a rocky planet underneath Jupiter, isn't it? So, oh no, it is. What? Hang on, Jupiter. What are you doing? You should not have. You're just made of iron and silicate. How are you still a gas giant? You don't contain any gas. My guess is we need to reopen the simulation for that. So we will do that momentarily. Let's just get our moons back in place. So there you go. Where's IO gone? There he is. So there you are. Ganymede. Okay, so they're all locked in. So we're going to save. We're going to reopen. You didn't used to have to do this in the game. This is something new. The game never ever done. I've never seen this where it didn't turn it back to a rocky planet. It should be. So I have no idea why it's not. This new update is a mystery to me. It is still very weird. See, that doesn't make sense. Why is that still a gas giant? It doesn't contain any hydrogen or helium. Oh, now you do, Jupiter. You are very, very strange. This new update, there's a lot of things to learn, and I still haven't got to the bottom of it. I mean, yeah, that I wouldn't have figured originally you'd have to have done that. So there you go. So that's now all functional. Now Jupiter's all blank. That's because it doesn't have a surface texture. So we have to just make up one. So flat. There you go. Let's just give it something already to work with. There you go. Okay, so Jupiter. That's what we've got. Cool. So a nice big object nonetheless. It's still got 6 masses of Earth. That's easily enough to hold on to what it's got. So, first up. Now this guy should be a lot better than what I just attempted with Ceres. So we'll get that all saved now. That's all ready to go. And then, first of all, we're going to need a lot of hydrogen. No, I'm joking. We don't need hydrogen. We need carbon dioxide. Hydrogen. Ooh. Right. Just about to save that there. Right. So, slowly add. Get a bit of an atmosphere. We need to get an atmosphere going. So start adding carbon dioxide to this guy. We're quite far from the sun, so we will need a bigger amount of it. So let's start just spraying that in. We're going to obviously need water. Get a bit of that thrown in there. Nitrogen. Throw you in there as well. Where are we? Oxygen, yes. Throw a nice load. That's doing through. The atmosphere is already beginning, which is awesome. So let's now let the game run for a bit. See how Jupiter sorts itself out over a long period of time. We need to slowly watch that temperature as it starts to raise. So how are we looking on the zone? I'm guessing we're going to need a lot more high... Why do I keep saying hydrogen? Carbon dioxide. Right, we're going to spray a lot then. We're just going to go absolutely berserk. Give Jupiter a huge amount of that. We need to start watching that temperature increase. So we can start to see that's a big, big load of... Oh, that's a huge, huge amount in Jupiter there. So there you go. Now the moons are looking a little less stable. That is because Jupiter now has less mass. That we can always, change that back. So I'm thinking we probably can double this. No, it will upset our moon orbits again, which is very annoying. But I think we can probably, get away by doing that. So 0.1 Jupiters, we can make just a super, super heavy object. So again, what we'll do is, simple as that, we need to obviously auto-orbit all of those moons before we press play. Otherwise, bad things will happen. So it's annoying you have to keep doing this. It's annoying that it doesn't just change with the planet itself. So put that back on. But yeah, as soon as you start bringing moons into the equation, that's where things always get challenging. So there you go, auto orbit for you as well. Cool. All right. So now if we press play, the moons are a lot more stable because we've got way more dominant mass in Jupiter. Perfect. It looks like the moons. It looks like Europa's orbit may have distanced out a bit, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. Right. So let's see how Jupiter's doing now. So we should start to see a nice fundamental change. Just keep an eye on that moon orbit. Should keep a fundamental change on its temperature, hopefully. But yeah, we're going to need a lot. So how's our atmosphere looking? So zone, we're nowhere near it. But what we can start to do is we can increase the layers as well. So increase infrared. And then down here, we're going to need this. That's for sure. And give it more layers. Just so it can beef up that atmosphere. Put it right on the edge of the red. That's usually the best spot. Put it to 0 degrees. See how we do. Okay, so it's still... Okay, no, so it is slowly starting to warm. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on Jupiter. And I think while Jupiter's sorting itself out, we're going to visit Io now. We're going to start going to the moons. Get these guys warmed up. So, Io. Hello there. Right. Now, I'm thinking we may have the same problem with as the moon with Io and Europa because they're both very similar sizes to the moon. So, we're going to have to see how that figures itself out. But I feel while Jupiter's sort of sorting itself out, we're going to go and start spraying Io with carbon dioxide first of all. Let's just get them up to good temperature before we start adding other stuff. So we're just going to spray a load of that on Io, see how we do. We're probably going to add more layers to all of these anyway because we're past that sort of real Goldilocks area. So we really have to increase the layers. So we're going to give you a nice load of carbon dioxide on Io. We're going to do that for the same with all of them. So Europa as well. Now this guy already contains a lot of water. So in theory this will be an all ocean world. But again, same deal with you. Carbon dioxide going straight on. That's the first tool, or the first step we need to do for all of these. I'll just give you a nice load of carbon dioxide. So the mass of Europa is stupidly low. We're gonna have I'm definitely gonna buff that in a second because that is not gonna work. So radius, we're gonna go straight to density. Yeah, we are now I'm now allowing the cheat for us to do this because otherwise this will just not work. So I'll just go 0.5. That should be enough for Europa mass wise. And then I think Io, I think we'll just do it to you as well. So again, radius, competition density, lock that, and then you can double this up and just give it something much better to work with. There you go, that should be fine. Ganymede, I'm thinking should be okay. Ganymede and Callisto, because they're already... We'll see. We'll get to them when we get to them, but I think they'll be alright, those guys. Ganymede, I don't remember you being white. You should be a more browner colour. That's weird. Anyways, so we've added... Yeah, we've added carbon dioxide to those. So let's continue with Ganymede now. Start spraying in there. I'm guessing that's ice we're looking at, isn't it? That's what it should look like, yeah. Okay. Cool. So a big load of carbon dioxide there. Let's get an atmosphere build up. So we'll sort of throw some oxygen in here as well. There you go. But I think we're going to need a lot more than what we've just added to all of these in all honesty. So Callisto as well. Start with oxygen on you. Also, I already made the object a little bigger there, if you notice. I made it pop up a bit. Because in theory, we are adding more mass to this, so it does make sense. So add carbon dioxide in there as well. Get that all sprayed out. Let's just let it speed up a bit more, let them all sort of function. How much we're adding to that? Okay, cool. All right, so let's see how we do now. So they've all been changed. We can already see orbits are getting upset. See, look, that's already a problem. We can already see this is going to be a real nuisance. So, for instance, Ganymede, we are going to have to increase you because you're already having interactions with Europa, and that's exactly what we don't want happening. So, there you go. But it's the only way we can make this work. They need more mass for these to hold and support water. So, Ganymede will make you the bigger of the two. See, that's already really annoying. That Jupiter physically can't hold on to them. Even with the amount of mass it's got, it shouldn't be struggling to hold on to this much stuff, to be honest. There you go, right. Cool. All right, and let's see how we do now. So it may be a bit of orbit tampering as well with the moons, but like I said, it's the only way we can actually get this to work with the game's effective programming. So there you go, right. Let's see how that does it. And I think Callisto's going to have a sort of problem as well because it isn't got the mass to support itself. So there you go. And actually what we can do is... In theory, we should be able to prevent this, actually, by just doing this. If we do pull others, switch all of that off, they won't interact with each other. So we're going to do that. So that saves us messing with the orbits, actually, so that's better, actually. So pull others, off, and then Callisto off as well. There you go. Right, that should hopefully be... That should hopefully keep us sorted. So we'll see how we go from there. All right, Jupiter. How are we doing back at Jupiter? Let's delete all the particles in there as well. Right. That's looking better already. Right, Jupiter. How are we looking temperature-wise? You are currently at minus... Okay, slowly but surely. 0. So it's still getting... Oh, no, it's warming up. Okay, all right. Cool. That's perfect. All right. So it is warming up slowly. We'll probably give it a little more... infrared all the way. We'll give it another layer. I think just maybe one more. Should just give it another kick. It's 121 ATM there. Lower the albedo just a bit. Let's put it straight to 10 degrees. Let's see if it can hold on to 10. Doesn't look like it can. Maybe we just need a little more carbon dioxide mixed in there then. So, for instance, let's just go with a bit more material in that case. So, give it a bit more. Just give it a little more greenhouse effect. That's probably all we need. There you go. Okay, so Jupiter's... Yeah, okay, so now it's increasing. All right, cool. So we can work with that. Right, how are we looking underneath this very thick atmosphere? There you go. All right, okay. Looking good. So, first of all, that needs to fade down because that's way too much atmosphere we got going in there. Kind of want to two-tone it with Jupiter, actually. That could look pretty cool. Ooh, that's a little too much, though. Let's thin out the opacity. Give it a nice sort of vibrant blue, I think. Which sort of blue do we go for? We'll go for a nice sky blue, I think, for Jupiter. Clouds. Maybe it keeps some of its original sort of more sort of creamer clouds that it once would have had as a gas giant. So we're going to keep them like that, maybe. We'll try and have something that sort of makes it still represent the original planet colour-wise or something. So maybe Jupiter got the clouds. And remember, Jupiter was known and is always going to be known for its storms. So I think Jupiter needs a double storm. Definitely. Cool. All right. Now, I don't think you contain any water yet, do you, Jupiter? So, but no, it does. Okay, so there is a bit of water in there. It may be all frozen right now. Let's have a little... Let's melt everything on there. Now, is that an ocean we're looking at? What is that? That is liquid. Okay. Oh, alright, okay, got you. So, surface, sea level. Oh my god, look how high the sea level is. It's off the gauge. There's not even a little button to drag, look. Okay, you should not be smoking up with that much mass. I'm sorry, no, that isn't right. Hang on. What did I just do? Did I just rip its atmosphere off? Where's this atmosphere gone? That doesn't make sense, man. What? Dude, this guy has way too much mass for that. It's losing its water. You are kidding me. There is no way an object with this much mass... It wasn't doing it until I just quickly dragged that sea level button. Something happened there. So there's no gauge. Look, there's no little gauge for it or anything. That's really weird. Okay, now it's stopped. This game does surprise me a lot of times. That doesn't make sense. No, it's still doing it. That really, really doesn't make sense. I don't understand how it can be doing that. At this range from the sun, it's got 0.1 Jupiter's of mass in Earth's 51 Earths. You're telling me 51 Earths can't hold on to that? Come on, Jupiter, you can do better than that. That's ridiculous, if you ask me. Oh my god, it's going to make this a lot more challenging than it should be, I think. That doesn't make sense. That really, really doesn't make sense to me. I do not understand. With my almost 8 years of experience playing this game, that makes no sense why it's doing that. Right, anyways... We'll just have to roll with it and ignore it. So, let's close all of those. Liquid. I want it to stand out more so I can actually see it. So it's just there. Alright, okay. So where's that sea level gauge? So the sea level gauge is completely broken. I'm actually going to save and reopen because sometimes just that will reset settings and stuff when you reopen a simulation. So we're going to give that a go. Notice how the core of this guy is very hot as well. That's interesting. Right. Go back in. Let's see how Jupiter functions now. Should be interesting. Right, okay. Come on, Jupiter. Play. They're still losing stuff, I think. That's just a joke, honestly. That really is. Alright, not very... that's really, really annoying me, that has. But let's continue. So, I want to add more water. See, why is the surface... You know, why is it not increasing? This is so buggy. It really is so buggy. Life likelihood shouldn't be that low. What's the temperature of this guy? Minus 141. We were in the positives a minute ago. Why is that suddenly dropped? That doesn't make any sense. That really doesn't make sense. Yeah, something happened to our atmosphere. 221,000. What is that all about? That really, I'm completely dumbfounded. I have no idea why that's doing that. Because I do not understand the principle. See, that doesn't make sense to me. What's the cause of that? What is actually causing that? Greenhouse effect. The ATM's going up. The atmosphere, why is the atmosphere mass like so low? I mean, that doesn't make much sense either. Why just put it to 1? It's just like combusting our Jupiter. I really, really do not get this. Do I see? What is this? That makes no sense. It was so confusing. Right, is it stopped now? I'm beyond dumbfounded. Right, let's see. Is our ocean gauge back? It still isn't there. See, look, why? Where's the ocean gauge? We're just to press the plus button then. That doesn't make sense. Settle water. Even that button doesn't work. I'm completely confused. We've lost all our carbon dioxide. That's really, really confusing. I've got no idea what's causing this to go so strange. That's very, very bizarre. Okay, let's add some oxygen to it. This is so weird how this game functions. I don't know. I really don't know. 0. it just loses it. Why? It's got plenty of mass. 0. I don't get why it's lavering up either. That's... Oh, now it's increasing. That doesn't make sense. How can it suddenly just do that with just by me just resetting it to 0? That really doesn't make sense. That's changing still. So we've got water. We need oxygen. We have to have oxygen. That's the part of the criteria. That I'm completely confused. I'm gonna just apply Earth's preset to it. Oh, what if we do that? So it's added a bit of everything. So how does that? See how that does it? That's all fine. See, the highest point's at 800. Why is that? I completely lost the words. I don't understand. This is really strange. Okay, everyone. So I'm back. It's taken. I've probably spent a good 20-30 minutes trying to figure out Jupiter here and why this isn't working. And I actually went to the conversation I was talking with Brent from the Universe Sandbox team last week about these, about the object smoking up and losing material. And he showed me this hidden button here. So it's in advanced simulation settings. So if you go in here, open this menu, go all the way down here, and you open this sub-menu. If you turn off gas loss, it seems to prevent this issue. It just disables that part of the simulation, effectively. So I've disabled that. So now I'm hoping that I might have got to just make sure we save as well. Now I'm hoping that this should be a lot more less irritating to try and do now, because I've spent so much time trying to get this to work, and it looks like that may be the solution, is just use that button. So I'm hoping that should hopefully be the end of that. So for now, let's move on. So it's got oxygen, it's got carbon dioxide, it's got water, bit of nitrogen in there, carbon dioxide keeping it warm. So let's just see its temperature. It's at... Okay, so it's... Just need a little more to keep it going, I think. So... I'm looking on atmosphere setup. We're going to just lower the albedo. I think we should be okay there. On the zone-wise, okay, let's just lower this. Put it more in the red. That should hopefully be enough. The hottest is at 15 now. Put it to 0. Okay, that should start to warm up now. Okay, that's great. Cool. Slowly but surely. I mean, let's just let it run a bit. There you go. Right, so Jupiter, we're in gear now. Alright, cool. So, Jupiter, what we're going to do to you, customization-wise, let's give you some customization. So, where are we? Surface, down here. So, we're giving it 2 textures, that's fine. Alright, colours. City lights on, yes. Always. Let's put some seeds. Alright, okay. Always on, vegetation-wise, okay. Looking good, okay. Not bad. It's very boring having it all one colour, though, I have to say. So we're going to switch that off. I like to do my own colours. So elevation, custom, and let's see how we are. Right. Okay, that's weird how there's no colour even show. Is this all just... What? Contrast. Is that maybe why? No? Make some cool canyons looking with that. Why is that not working? Map. Yeah, we don't want map, we want elevation. We want custom colours. So it doesn't let me customise it. That's beyond strange. I don't understand that, but we can do that at least. I've never seen that before. Why does that not let you customise the composition? It's not composition, is it? Contrast. No, that's just that. Custom. Yeah, we want custom. Okay, so it doesn't let you change the colour. That is really weird. I've never seen that before either. I really like how you can do that exaggerated terrain. That's really cool. I think when you... this seems to be a problem with converting a gas giant back to a rocky planet, because we didn't have this with any of the other planets so far. So my guess is it's a planet problem with it becoming a gas giant back to a rocky planet. That's my only guess as to why this isn't doing this, because this doesn't make sense. Okay. Give it a bit of a texture change there, just seeing if that will make this any different. I don't think it will it? Okay, we'll leave the vegetation button switched on then, and then I guess that will be our Jupiter in that case. Oceans wise, let's give it a little more. Pale the blue a bit more. What's weird is that's not even close to the blue we've actually got on the colour there. Ooh, I like that shade with that. That looks good actually. Right. Leave it like that. Scottish stormy clouds as Jupiter always had. Kind of matching its original colour as well. I quite like that actually. So that's Jupiter, and that's taken me ages to do. It's still sorting itself out temperature-wise. Well, it's a 5. See if that figures itself out. Irons. It's no iron either. That's really weird. But okay, we'll leave it the way it is, as long as it's working. Hottest point's 20 degrees. You know what? We'll leave that. To me, that's done. I think that's all right. I'll be very interested to see if Saturn does the same as this. I will be very, very interested to see how that does it. Right, Io. How are we doing over at Io? Remember, we did spray these guys with carbon dioxide. Well, I did off camera. So, there you are. Okay, how are we doing? So, still very cold. Look at all this. Is this all carbon dioxide, like, literally frozen on it? Or what's going on here? Gas. This actually looks like it's freezing. I'm not sure. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding oxygen to you. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a lot of oxygen there. Alrighty. What's going on there? Look how fast Jupiter's spinning as well. I think what we'll do is, remember, Jupiter's a very fast spinning. Because we made the object smaller, effectively that'll probably spin even quicker. So, yeah, we're going to make that a little... Yeah, we're going to double that. Hopefully help Jupiter out a bit. Stop it from the quick spinning. Alright, Io, how are we doing over here then? Right, so let's actually focus on Io now. Tell you what, today has been a challenging episode for me. I've really struggled and getting a bit annoyed with myself because I haven't been able to figure it out. But yeah, since this update, there's been a lot of changes. That atmosphere's just... What is going on with this atmosphere? That's really weird. But yeah, this update has got a lot of new challenges. It's changed a lot of the fundamental features that we knew and loved before. So it's still about adapting and learning to the new changes. And I haven't adapted the best, I don't think. I've really struggled to pick up on some of this. No, that's truthfully, I really have been struggling on how to figure out some of these because there's so many more options to work with. It's made it very difficult and challenging to sort of figure out what to do. Sulfur dioxide. We don't want any sulfur dioxide now. Let's get rid of that completely. 0. None. There we go. Right, none of that. Oxygen, yes. Carbon dioxide. Water, yes, we've got water. Right, temperature-wise, 0 degrees. Let's see how we do. And yes, we're going to need some layers, aren't we? Because this guy is going to be very far away from the sun still. Again, the sea level button is glitched. That's really weird. There's no sea level button there. Is that the same for all of them? So since I'm going to go to Earth, that's an object that hasn't been touched this whole series. I haven't touched Earth settings once. Is Earth's button bugged out? Let's have a look. Sea level. Where's the sea level surface? Where are we? It is. Sea level button. Anyone else had that? That's weird. Not seen that before. Sea level button's just decided to not exist anymore. That's very weird. That's really weird. Right, anyways, Io. So, atmosphere. Yes. Look how it changes. It's really weird how that happens. So I'm going to give you 50 layers. Not 150, but okay. Well, maybe it did need 150. Infrared up. Yes, up. What the heck? What's going on here? Oh my god. This atmosphere is just constantly changing. Make your mind up. Do you want an atmosphere or do you not want an atmosphere? Oh, now it's doing it. That's so weird. Look at this. What's the cause of that? Atmospheres are changing. It's because of all the composition we've thrown in. We're just because we've mixed all those different elements. It's just it changes the atmosphere stats manually or automatically, which again is a bit annoying because you're trying to build the perfect thing. You add a bit more to it and it will completely break it. So again, a very challenging. Like I said, very challenging to get on top of how these settings work. That Jupiter does actually look really cool, actually. I really like that. Right, atmosphere. So, Io, we're giving you a nice sort of cleaner atmosphere. Lower that opacity down, that's too thick. Right, how are we looking underneath? So, it still should have the IO texture underneath buried in there, so let's see. Yeah, IO, okay. So, will all the colour options work on this guy? Let's have a look. Custom. Yes, they work on IO. That's really, really weird. They do work on IO. That's underneath all the snow and stuff, isn't it? That's why we're not seeing it right now. Yeah, that's what it looks... Oh, that looks really cool, actually. But unfortunately, that's not what we're going for. Oh, I like that. Maybe IO becomes a swamp world, a more swampy world. Let's try and go with something like that. That could be quite cool. So that's ice right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to melt. Equalize gas. That's probably something we need to do, is equalize the gas, settle liquid. Right, and then sea level button is broken, so we're going to lower that ourselves until some land appears. There you go. Yeah, alright. That's really weird how the sea level buttons just cease to exist. I have no idea. Right, water, ice and snow. That looks cool. But I'm going to give it a more sort of swamp-looking design. So it's going to be cool. More swampy-looking world. So a bit more on the blue water. What do you think of that? That looks quite good, actually. I really, really like that. Maybe this needs to be more of a browner shade. Let's try going with something more like this. I'm not sure if I like that. Dark. Maybe I'll make that just an ultra dark green. Doesn't really blend too much. And then this colour's this one, isn't it? And low elevation is that. High elevation. So this is the elevation. It changes all the... Yes, that's a very prominent colour, that is. It changes most of the planet at once. Or moon, I should say. There you go. I'm going to keep IO like that, actually. I really like the way that's come out. City lights on. Maybe it has a greener city lights on it. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. Alright, okay. Yeah, I really like the way that's turned out. I think that looks really, really cool, actually. So, there you go. And then a bit more terrain, maybe. Yeah, alright. The Swamp IO. Very bizarre colours. Yeah. Okay, what's that lightest shade there? That's not our high elevation. Oh, it is. Alright, okay. So it's weird how I put that to black and it's still not like... That's really strange. What's that white colour there? What is causing that? That must be snow. It's got to be. Yeah, it is. Okay, gotcha. Alrighty. So that's the true colour underneath. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm feeling more of a... Almost like a brownish shade mixed in there as well. If it's a swampy world, there'll be some more muddy zones maybe. So there you go. Right, I'm going to stick with that. Ice and snow. Hopefully they'll dissipate over time. But we need the IO to warm up more. So 0. That does look really cool though. And then atmosphere-wise... Where's our atmosphere gone? Hang on. Opacity's on 0. Oh, I almost thought for a second that we'd lost it. And that would have been very, very annoying as well. Clouds, yeah. There you go, IO. Looking good. Yeah, I'm liking it. IO's looking great. The swamp world. It's formerly a volcano, now a swamp. Cool. Looking good. Right, temperature. We just need to make sure IO's in check now. How's Jupiter looking as well? Okay, you're still at 5. IO, we need a bit more at you then. Okay. Let's see where we are. Okay, right, yeah, I want to go down here. And albedo, just lower the albedo. I think that should give it the kick it needs, hopefully. Okay, that's IO done as well. Hottest point's now 27, increasing. That hopefully will be enough for IO. I'm actually just going to disable that ice and snow because it's a bit weird looking. There you go. Alright. So that's going to start warming up IO now. Looking good. Alright, okay. So while IO's sorting itself out, again, we'll move on to Europa. Jupiter as well. How are we looking? So you're still just 6 degrees. Alright, okay. cooler breeze at Jupiter. Right, Europa, we're going for full-on ocean world over here. So, you already contain the water. We just need an atmosphere. So again, we're going to immediately go down here and add the atmosphere ourselves. Because I don't trust the game sort of do... I have to say, now I've seen how it's run, I don't entirely trust the game to add the atmospheres for us. Okay, that's really weird. It wouldn't even let me add one. Okay, that's really weird. So do we have to add the elements on first, I'm guessing then? It must need the element to actually bring up an atmosphere. Oh my gosh, look how... Oh my god. That's really, really weird. Okay. Okay, adding a bit of carbon dioxide shouldn't make you go that hot, Europa. You are having a laugh. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How? How does that work? Remove that. Really? Really? You're going to do that, Europa? This is very, very strange. Very, 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 very weird. Iron silica, yes. Add a bit. It's lost all its water. Now it's in the green? What? Again, I'm dumbfounded on how this game works. See that? It didn't even let us add an atmosphere earlier. Now it's put that much atmosphere on. That's an absolute mystery of how this works. If anyone has any tips and tricks, please let me know, because I have to say I am severely struggling. And that's not something I normally would, you know, I've known this game for a long time, but I am really struggling with this update. I do not understand how it works. I don't know if I'm missing the obvious, but I am really, really struggling to figure out how to actually play this properly. Okay, so you're cooling down now. I put 0. So you warm up from 0, 30, cool down from 30, but you definitely warm up from 0. Okay, so you're sitting around there then. Okay, a minute ago it cooled down from 30. Now it's going up again. That doesn't make sense. How? I don't get it. 1 minute it does one thing, the next minute it does something else. It just doesn't compute in my head. You know, how can, you know, 1 minute it'd be okay, the next minute it isn't. It's just warming up still. Maybe you don't go up then. But the ATM's constantly changing as well. How are we doing on atmosphere layers? 256. Again, why are you increasing? You're not even in the red. Honestly, this zone doesn't make sense half. That zone really doesn't. It's like more of a recommendation than an actual where your object's at, because judging by this, it shouldn't be getting that hot when it's not even in the red. Oh, now it's decreasing again. Oh, that's nice. I'm lowering this down. That's ridiculous. Okay, alright. 30. Oh, now you decrease. Okay. Really? 20? You increase from 20, you decrease from 30. Alright, okay, we'll leave you there, Europa. Right. Full ocean world. Let's try and do this. What has happened to this surface? It's been scorched by the amount of heat it had earlier. So it's got water on it. So again, surface, we just turn up the ocean level. Again, the sea level is missing. That's all we want for Europa. There's a nice, good-looking world there. Custom atmosphere. Yes, please. Lower this down. Give it a nice... It's very dark here. It almost feels very dark here. Lower the opacity. Why is it so dark? Is it just the ocean underneath? Maybe that needs a nice brighter... Yeah, I'm really, really dumbfounded with this update. I really, really do not understand. What's the default colour for water? Simulated water. So I just want to turn that up a bit. So the simulated colour's actually... No, look at that quickly. So liquid on default, it puts it there, right? But as soon as I turn it up, it actually gets darker. What? See, that's tinted. That almost feels tinted to me. Why is it that sort of shade? That's really, really weird. I'm so dumbfounded of how this update works. It's just so many things that just don't weren't the way they were before. It's like it's like an entirely new game with the way some of this has worked. Where's my clouds? There's no clouds. Where's the clouds? They're on. They're switched on. What? I guess Europa doesn't have clouds. 68. That was dropping from 30 a minute ago. How does it suddenly just switch like that? It's like it's out to get you. Add some oxygen. Oh, now the water's dropped, and now it's back to 24. My head's gonna explode. It doesn't make sense. Oh my god. I'm losing the will to live with some of this. I'm really struggling. I really do not. And now it's back up to 68. Just by increasing the water levels. I mean, surely it shouldn't have that much of an effect. There's no carbon dioxide on it. Wow. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna send probably when this comes out. I'm gonna send this to the No, I won't just go one day. I want to see what the team says. I'm going to send this to maybe the bug reports and just say, you know, is this bugged? Because to me, as someone who's played this game for a long time, this doesn't seem right. So I don't get it. You know, where's my clouds? They're on. They're switched on. They should be appearing. I mean, I guess there's so much stuff that's fundamentally changed since the last update that either I'm completely confused or, you know, it just isn't the great... I don't know. I mean, I'm just asking for help. I mean, I just want to have some help. I really, really do not guess. If anyone knows any of the answers to any of the things you've seen today, please let me know, because, I mean, this is getting quite complex sort of things now. See, that doesn't make sense. How is this all darkened out? It only starts to light up when you really turn it high. That's weird, isn't it? Even at white, that's almost white, and that's still dark. Again, very, very bizarre. And yeah, well, I just want my clouds. Where's my clouds? Give Europa a nice ocean look. Maybe I'll give it a whiter atmosphere in that case. So the atmosphere colours work fine, but the ocean colours are really, really weird. Give it a two-tone. I'm not really feeling the two-tone actually. More of a cloudy. It's cloudy. So I'm going to lower the opacity and give it more of a white look for Europa maybe. I can always see surface there. See, that shouldn't be appearing. It should be a... I just want it as a deep ocean. Well, there should just be a lot of water on this, guys. Let's just really increase the water. So just really fill her up. Europa should have a lot of water anyway. That should hopefully be the solution to that. Right, temperature-wise, how's Europa looking now? It's going to skyrocket to, like, crazy levels, or is it actually going to stay consistent? Okay, it looks like it's staying consistent. Okay, good. Right, and then... So we're out there. Ooh. See, to me, that should still not be at 68. I still think that should be less than that. From the previous updates of the game, that shouldn't be that high. How are we doing now here? Ooh, so that's quite low, but it is an all ocean world, granted. 3,000. Oh. And that just increases by itself. Is there any way to lock atmospheres like changing? I just want it at 1. I don't want it being like, crazy high. I just want it to be just nice. I really want that to decrease. Surface. Some people say add a magnetic field, but again, I don't see that working. It doesn't. That button just doesn't really do anything as far as I know. You can add it on, and it doesn't really make any changes. We're still around Jupiter, aren't we? Yeah. Okay. Just drop. I just want you to drop. Lower the infrared. Increase albedo. Albedo's already high. Let me just reset it to 50. What? I don't understand. Oh, this may be the episode that kills me. Please help. I don't get it. What's that? Oh my god. That doesn't make sense. I've completely lost now. I'm definitely sending this into the Universe Sandbox bug reports. That it can't be. This cannot be right. This can't be intended to be the way the game works. Look at that. That can't be right. It just can't. Now it's like I don't see how modifying the temperature just does that. All I want it to do is just stay above 0, in between 0 and ideally 30. So put it to 30. Okay, so it drops from 30. Okay, so ideally that should be fine then, you'd think. But it seems like whenever you change one little thing... See, what? Where's my water? What's happening to my water? It was so close to being fine, and now it's just losing it all. What? Look at that. Why is that going up? That ATM. Oh, there needs to be a way to disable that. That just ruins... That ruins it. How are you supposed to colonize anything at range? I mean, I guess it's a little less realistic, but, you know, for the purpose of this... Whew. I think what I'm going to do, guys... I'm going to pause it there. I'm going to await your guys' feedback. I'm completely lost. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, how's IO doing? Let's go back to IO. How are we doing over here? So is IO okay? So you've just lost it all as well. Minus 85. Is it possible to colonize stuff this far from stars, or is this just unrealistic now in this update? I mean, please let me know. I don't understand. I really don't understand. So Jupiter was at 5. Now it's at 68. That's too much of a change. We were running it for good time and it was staying the same. I don't understand. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm really lost. But anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video of my pain, because this has probably been the most painful video I've done in a long time. I do not understand. I mean, last episode with the moon, that was already a bit of an annoyance. But Ceres was just crazy. I have no idea what's wrong with Ceres. We gave it more mass. I have no idea why it just exploded into oblivion and suddenly turned into a gas giant. That was just weird. Maybe I threw a bit too much mass at it. I'm not entirely sure what, but to me that still doesn't seem right. Jupiter, again, you do one thing, the game does the other. Same with Io and Europa. They both have done the opposite of what I wanted. So again, we can give it a bit more albedo. I don't know if that's going to help at all, but I'm going to save it there. And I'm going to request your guys' help on that, because I really do not get it. But anyways, enough of me babbling on. I'm just repeating myself here. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, press that like button. Subscribe for more. I probably won't even title this as part of the terraforming series. I think I'm just going to have this as like, I need your help or something. I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments of this, because I am completely lost. I don't know. So we'll leave it on that sort of sour note. Hope you guys will have a great day. Subscribe for more. Helps on the journey to 40,000 subscribers. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.